May 1942. The start of the planned German offensive to take the Caucasus oil fields is only weeks away. However, to secure its flank, the 11th Army first has to take two parts of the Crimea that are still in Soviet hands. To achieve this, the Germans take the Kerch Peninsula in Operation Bustard Hunt during the month of May. With the Kerch Peninsula cleared, the entire 11th Army can now concentrate on taking Sevastopol. Approaching Sevastopol from all sides, the German 11th Army meets stiff resistance from the Black Sea Fleet and the separate coastal army under Ivan Yefimovich Petrov. The defenders have dug in everywhere, and they are backed by around 20 fortified coastal batteries, some of which pack a heavy punch. Progress is slow, and heavy artillery is brought to the front in an attempt to destroy the batteries and punch through to the city proper. In this mission, you will lead the attack on battery number 30, or Fort Maxim Gorky 1, as the Germans call it. You will have our heaviest siege mortar at your disposal. Use it to silence the defenses. The battery's main guns are already out of action. Use your infantry to protect the flanks. Once you have taken out the first line of defense, storm the hilltop and take the fort. We can't allow any more delays in the offensive. Good luck.
Welcome back, Commander. Oh, we're back to Sevastopol today. Kind of a big old battle and try and capture the coast of Crimea. Interestingly, we'll be up against some Marines. We'll be up against naval Marines. So this is the map. They set us off with some troops, some artillery, and we're in a very fortified place. In a kind of field surrounded by trenches, and we're tasked with cleaning out the first three bases. As you can see, is this line, and there's two behind there. So I'm just going to have a little exploration. This guy's just going to pop up here and see what he can see. And when the enemy starts firing on us, we'll know where those positions are. And he, being the great hero and mighty fast runner that he is, will belt it the hell out of there and survive the hail of bullets that he's provoked. Honestly, that's what I told him anyway. Okay, so that's the engagement line. Come back here, mate. Hurry up. And then we'll have another little explore out to the right. Just to make sure we've found everything on the first line of defence against us. I was promised a Thor, a giant mortar. Epically big mortar, but that's disappointingly not it. That said, it's a very effective howitzer. It's going to make a mess of anything it hits. A big mess, yes. So this is the German DLC campaign. There's 4 episodes of this to come. The first of 4. Now we were told we were going to need to do some mine sweeping, so I've equipped some mine sweepers. I'm seeing if there's any mines between us and that trench. Spoiler alert, there isn't any. I don't know what it was talking about when it said minefield, so I thought I'd better be careful. Now up here, I can't get out of this field we're in without cutting the wire. Look, I've got to get through this wire and these tank traps. I'm going to try and get up on that road above us, or that railway track above us, whatever it is, the berm. That's blown a hole in the barbed wire. And then there's some kind of wooden tank traps behind it. I'm going to try and blow a hole in them too. Otherwise, it's like fight the enemy. It's all done with artillery. Otherwise, we could, otherwise there's no flanking manoeuvre basically. Otherwise, the infantry have to crawl towards a trench line that's on a hill. It's just not up for it. Let's escape. So, luckily we have some engineers who've got satchel mines and satchel charges, and 2 satchel charges later where we can get up on the road. So here we are, taking one of our units of infantry, slapped him on the road, and we're going to try some flanking. We'll work our way along this road and see what we can see. Hopefully, whatever we find, engage it and knock it out. They'll have they're in artillery range, so they'll have artillery support. So apologies for all the teleporting. You'll see me skipping forwards with the editing. So instead of getting you to watch every single second of them running across the map, there'll be a bit of teleporting from spot to spot as we skip bits out. It was a 4-hour fight, and I wanted to reduce it down to something watchable. Lots of skipping. Hopefully we won't lose the flow. Now they've found a little machine gunner. There's a guy up there on a Maxim. Where is he? There he is. 2 guys on a Maxim. And that's totally stalled the advance on the road. My amazing flanking manoeuvre has ended. But I think we might be able to get some artillery to remove that human obstacle from our path. I'm pretty confident there are no mines out on this part, so we'll move up that tank gun. We know where the machine gun range from the trench ahead is. Oh, they found some it wasn't who I was asking them to kill, but go for it. Found a couple of guys, a couple of strays. I found a few. So I want them to get them, but I obviously don't mind if they happen to find other people and kill them too. Did they get it? Is it alive? I think that got it. So let's advance a bit and find out. Here's my force reconnaissance. Oh no, they didn't get it. That's it. Yeah, that definitely got it. I'm convinced that that was a direct hit. A mod maker got in touch with me today through the comments on one of the videos, and he said he'd made a call to arms map. Yeah, and gave his caveats. It's a bit rough, blah 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 blah, but he'd really like to see me play it, and that's right up my street. I'm so pleased to hear about that, because frankly I like map mods. I like map and mission mods for these kind of games, for this series of games. They really expand the replayability. You know, it's much more interesting if you get to do new missions and new places to explore, new fights we have. So I have downloaded it, and once I've finished this campaign, I'm going to give it a try, and I'd like to show you. So if you're interested in that, look out, click the subscribe button, perhaps, and I say it'll take me a week or so, because I've got some other levels to play first. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Big fan of modding. Oh, so this is just a death trap that's going on. The only way in is a pathway where those guys are standing, and it's just got that anti-aircraft gun looking all the way down the path. So, also, that's triggered a huge counter-attack rush, a Zerg, a human wave attack, coming from camp number 2. So this infantry unit seems to be, I mean, I've pulled them back so that the anti-aircraft gun hasn't got an angle on them. But it's oncoming Zerg, they're just sitting there and, well, I think they're winning against it. They're not taking heavy casualties. I'm bringing up extra infantry units to support my one. There's 2 there now. I've got some extra fire laid down on these people. I'm a bit worried that they'll run out of ammo before they kill this huge onslaught. I'm pretty convinced we are winning the fight, that it's a fairly safe fight. At least so far. Some more reinforcements. Get their fire. Get your firepower. Enemy Merg. I'll just kind of fast forward a bit. Get the broad idea. It's a killing field and that we're winning. We won't be advancing them there. That's not going to happen. Not till everybody's dead. So not only are they firing them, they're also having a pop at some of the some loose guys in the camp on the left of them. Again, needs to be degraded to the point where I can get somebody with a hand grenade to get in there and blow up that anti-tank gun or decrew it. This is my engineer guy. Now, as I said, the entrance to the base on the left, this anti-tank mine thing, it's got this huge, I don't know if you can see that path going on the top of the screen, footpath, flanked by barbed wire and stuff, and these tank traps. So I'm going to explode my way through. I'm not going down that path. I'm going to stay on the left and hope that that provides me a path that the anti-aircraft gun hasn't got a bead on. Let's put him there. He's dropped his mine. Yeah, on that concrete fortification, at the very far top left, there's a sort of kind of circular building. The Russian flag flying, or the Soviet flag flying up by it. That's got an anti-aircraft gun in it. So I want to sneak along this trench, maybe belly crawl if needs be, and drop a hand grenade or 2 right in there. So we got close, we didn't have to belly crawl. So that's the anti-tank gun, that's the anti-aircraft gun. I want to get up there and hand grenade it. And that's the safest thing. Goes one. And they're all running for it. So that's been decrewed. Now I think they'll recrew it if I don't get up there and shoot them or hand grenade them some more. And so after that we're being engaged by the firing line, the next trench line, which is at the base number 2, and they've got a kind of machine gun nest up there. It's rattling away at us, and it has been for a while. It's not very effective fire, but I certainly wouldn't want to rush troops in on it. That's it, look, getting anti-aircraft zapped. Good. So now we can advance down here, now that Zerg has been killed and the machine gun nest has been taken out. There's some little machine gun nest in that trench on the far left. There's a kind of bunker. It's not facing us. He's got his back to us, so I think it'll be an easy kill. We'll start shooting at him now. He's going to have a very bad day. There you go. Hey, so we've cleared objective number 2. Objective number 3 is the third base in this line, right at the top of the map. And we're going to lay the groundwork to get down there. We'll run another flank along the road. We'll pull up to the front of this, to the front of these shacks, chicken farms, chicken patches. And then as you can see, there's a cannon here. A bit worried about that. Right, so I want to try and flank that cannon. I'm going to shoot him in the side where he's got no sandbag coverage. You see he's getting hit by him. And then I want to attack him from both sides, so every way he faces his protective metal shield on his cannon. He's still getting shot. I don't want to get hit by that. That would kill at least one of my fine young men. But at the same time, that's the way he's exposed. So I'm going to have to pop down there and just run in, shoot, run out, run in, shoot, run out, and hopefully assassinate him without losing any men. Let's find out. So let's run back in. To shoot at him. He's fired it, now moves slots to reload. Oh, he's reloaded, back to firing it. He wants to spin on us. Fired it, reloading. Although he swapped positions, but didn't save him. Now it appears to be a bit more of a Zerk, and they're all out of ammo. Gutted. So off camera, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those guys back to where all the dead bodies were, where that big Zerg we murdered was. A huge rush of troops. And I'm going to get them kitted out. And get them kitted out with Russian guns and bullets, and just loot all these bodies. Although I'm not going to show you that because it takes a very long time, and need to know. You don't need to know that. So finished. That's got that unit. They've all got Russian guns now. I pulled everything up to the second base. They've all gone out on the road, driven round, and they're now even the artillery's here backing us up. And we're building a front line along there. Over no man's land towards the next base. Look at this mad machine gun. It's got a massive rate of fire. Check it out. A minigun. There he is. Look. So he's got 4 Maxims in a row together. This is the anti-aircraft gun they used. 4 machine guns in a stack. But about 30 guys firing at him. Got him anyway. And there's another one right there, also firing at us. Look how far he's going. Tried to catch this cannon, not been much use, I've given up on it in the end. So I'm moving my machine gun up to give covering fire. This is an MG34 or an MG42 on a tripod. And he's just got the road pinned down. And what I want to do is to keep these guys pinned down and preferably dead, and do another one of those flanking runs. Jump into the side, shoot the machine gun nest from the side. The really fast quad machine gun nest. I want to get a side angle on it, shoot him in the face, and then run back. So we'll get an infantry squad. This one will do nicely. And we'll do a quick flank up to the wall, duck in fast, in and out fast. In there, shoot what we can. If we start taking heavy fire, run off, rinse and repeat until hopefully we are still alive and they're all dead. So here we go. This is it. This is the target. I'm after him. He's waiting for me. Right, now he's distracted. He's aiming at somebody else. Let's go. Right, now to concentrate on him first, but never mind. Get him? Yes. Alright. Okay, so that's it. Phase 1, successful. Alright, so phase 2, you see on the mini-map, is clear that minefield. Now I happen to have equipped at least 5 of my guys. There's a big box of metal detectors right at the start. And if you remember me earlier doing a bit of metal detecting in my stupidity, I happen to have brought these 5 guys with me who all have metal detectors. I'm going to equip them, and they're going to walk the line. They're just going to walk up and down from start to finish in a broad line, so they've got complete coverage, and sweep it for mines. Now this is a lot. They walk very, very slowly, as you'll see, once they've got minesweepers in. And also, they can't get over there, so I'm going to clear a gap in the with my engineer. He's going to blow a hole in that, and they'll go through there and sweep for mines. Now, there we go. And they'll just waddle. They're going to go so slow. So I've got them out in this field to come through the gap. I'm going to get them to walk from end to end in a line formation. And hopefully sort out the issue. But through the magic power of special effects, well, look, he found one. He found a mine right at his feet. Look. And they're going to flag little red triangles. So through the magic power of special effects, we're going to do this very quickly indeed, as opposed to, I don't know how long it took me. So there you are, halfway down the field. That's what the mines look like. Down the top, loads more. And then all the way back to this point here. Finding mines all the way. Until we're done, which is now. Right, so phase 2 complete. That was a painless one, albeit, I mean, slow, but nobody died. And then we'll stand by for the map to expand. Let's have a little cutscene. Look, Char B, French tank. There we go, Thor. Siege mortar, tracked vehicle. And Char B, and some sort of check tank, another check tank, another check tank. These are captured tanks. So I manned one of those super railgun things, blasting away at the mine. So it's opened up the map, and helpfully, it's left when the map's opened up, my troops have been right next to the German trench line, Soviet trench line. So I thought I'd see if I could shoot it with the Thor, but it turns out that this is very far out of range. Despite being a super mortar, it hasn't got range to fire all the way across the map like that. However, I do have some artillery a lot closer, so I'll bring that up. It's out of ammunition, this artillery, or if it's got no shells there, so I also need to bring some ammunition for it. It's utterly useless at the moment. So there's a mortar pit, just that little circle the flash just came from, where my cursor's hanging over. That's a mortar pit. I want that down with very high priority. It's hurting, it's killing people. But my counter artillery is out of ammunition. Great. So my blokes are just sitting there getting mortared while I try and sort out the counter battery. So this was the I brought a truck over. I brought an ammunition truck over from the Thor, took him off the Thor and brought him over to that. He's arrived, it's getting ammunition, and it's in range of the mortar pit. So let's see what happens. Might have done it. No. Yeah, no. What do you think? No. Alright, we'll give him another go. We'll do it manually this time. And that should do it, right? Yes. Okay. So that's that leaves us free to dinner. I've got my men have run out of ammunition. I've sent them back to the ammo truck to reload. There's been a medic running around there picking some men up. And I'm going to bring some guns, the machine gun nests, and a machine gun on the tripod, and loads of infantry to get to work on clearing these trenches. I'm just going to have a shootout, just duking out with these boys. And since we're playing on easy level, we know we're going to win without much casualties. And then what I want to do is to infiltrate this bunch of troops into the trench line on the left here, like a flanking position, and open the map up a bit. So that's showing us that second trench line. It's got a cannon shooting us, hopefully my artillery will, without prompting, soon destroy that completely. Maybe I'll have to ask it. That's the way it goes. He could have been out of range. Now, so I'll move him up closer. And his ammunition truck, because he's going to need it. This guy, see him? Not rearming. He's in the ammunition truck's radius, but he's not rearming. And the reason is, he's equipped with a Russian gun. And the Russian gun won't automatically rearm at a German ammunition truck. Okay, that's that done. Like it. So let's advance down that slit trench to the side. That's got some good cover. We'll just see it. Let's go for Suicide Squad. We're going to go for reconnaissance in force. These force recon. These boys are going to go and explore higher trench lines. See what they can do. And degraded that second trench quite a lot. Get a nice flanking spot. Right, on the mini-map, top left corner, that red dot, there's a circular emanating circle. There's a mortar firing at us. See? So they can't stay there. They're either going to retreat or assault, and you know it's going to be assault. So their job now, new mission, boys, get up there, find that mortar, stop it. Now I'm not sure, but I think there might be such a thing as a minimum range for a mortar. It might be a case that if I can get close enough to the mortar, it can't hit me. You know, just one lucky shot and all of that crew are dead. So they can't really stop. You know, I'd love to sit there and slug it out, all those boys shooting at me, but I really need to get in there. I'd love to stop and click heal. I really need to get in there, although one of those guys, if you look at the health bars of the troops, he's almost dead, so I'm going to have to stop and lose him anyway.
Greift an! Wir haben einen Vorteil! Ich
brauche einen Sanitäter! Stop it.
Herrgott! Ich glaube, ich hab's erwischt! Schnell, Männer! Sie sind uns unterlegen! Sucht euch! Ich begebe mich in Deckung!
Around here somewhere. There's a lot of troops with it.
Weitermachen! Weitermachen!
Wir sind in der Überzahl!
Weitermachen! Weitermachen!
Try another flank in a second once everybody's healed up. So the mortar's not firing. I don't think I've killed it. I think we're within the minimum range. I think we're too close. It can't get a bead on us. Like that anti-aircraft. Absolutely can get a bead on us and has.
Feindliches Maschinengewehr!
Can't see any mortar, can you? Don't want to go to the left anymore. Now the anti-aircraft gun is just around the corner. top centre of the screen. You can't see it, but that's where it is. So what we're going to do is...
Feindliches Geschütz!
There it is, look. It's being spotted. What we're going to do is belly crawl. I'm going to get a belly crawler with a hand grenade.
Daneben.
So belly crawl up to that and drop a bomb on it. So I might have to do it manually. Manual control.
Da drüben! Bleibt in Schussposition!
Running now. Drop down, boys.
Haben wir sie!
There's probably a hotkey to actually make him
Treffer.
lie down like that, but I can't remember what it is. I haven't looked it up. I think that's got to be grenade range, right? Should be able to get him from there. Drop one there, and drop one on the other side too, in case they decrew and done. Right, so that's secure.
Jawohl.
Jawohl!
Now we're gonna try for the flank again. Still, now we're gonna hunt the mortar. It's got to be around here somewhere. It's got to be really close.
Sucht euch Deckung!
I think I'll stick a couple of guys on this gun and see what luck then. Gun shooting at us, and then shoot the cannon. Anti-aircraft gun versus cannon. Anti-aircraft gun wins. And these things, they don't mess about. They really take out trenches really easily. Yeah, very quick way to get rid of trenches. These anti-aircraft guns. They, you know, when I'm shooting you, you take like a few bits of damage, you duck, you heal, or you take a few bits of damage, you duck. But when the anti-aircraft gun hits you, it's all over. It's a one-shot kill.
Ah, verdammt daneben!
And I think it's also explosive. Some guy just threw a grenade at us. Is he dead? Might have a medic around to res him. So I think there's a guy in the concrete bunker behind us, in the middle of the circle of trenches with the X-shaped roof. Oh, he might have been the guy who threw the hand grenade. So advancing down that trench, we found another machine gun dug out. She's trying to shoot him in the back. Right, the mortar lit. We didn't get the mortar, it's behind us. And we've got back into mortar range. We've got so far away from it, it can fire on us again. So let's get back here. Let's find him. Let's finish him. Complete the mission, boys. Don't get ahead of yourselves. There it is, look. Right on top of this. That's him. Gotcha. And we might as well crew it.
Wann geht's denn endlich los?
And then we'll start the advance down the trench line again. We're just going to go sweep along the back. And these guys are basically going to act as spotters for the anti-aircraft gun and the mortar. They won't be doing much of the shooting. They'll do some shooting, but spotting is their current job. That dying body is annoying me. Might try and look for a medic.
Achtung, Feindgeschütz.
Schnell! In Deckung! Bleibt gefälligst unten!
There's another guy in that machine gun nestler.
Achtung! Schnell in Deckung! Feindliches MG! Прямое попадание!
And there should have been an easy kill, but instead he got killed. Damn it.
Geht's los?
Keep going, boys. Keep spotting.
Schnell in Deckung!
I'm thinking that's our mortar, and not that that makes me feel any safer. See what you can spot. He's the last one, of the suicide squad. The last survivor. He's got a big machine gun. And what I haven't spotted is he only got 2 hit points. Damn it. He went down a lot quicker than I was expecting. Now, so there's the medic. I'll see what he can do. I'll send a new squad to reinforce them, but also let's get that medic over there. They take a long time to bleed out. Not like previous versions of the game where they're, you know, they'd all be dead by now. So let's get these guys to clean out this mid-ranking trench while we're here. See there's stuff here. If I'm sending lone medics across, etc, 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 I like this all dead so that they're no threat to it. What? Threat to themselves, I don't know. So somebody threw a hand grenade at them. Let's throw one back. See how you like it, mate.
Ich werf eine Handgranate. Kommt nur her!
Yeah, I'm not laughing now, are you? Right, so they're getting fired on by that trench. Should distract them long enough for my medic to do some healing. I'd like them to kill that machine gun post as well. If it is a machine gun post, whatever it is, I'd like them to kill it. Don't seem too interested in doing that, however. Luckily, my artillery was a very good shot and killed it and not them that were standing next to it. Unlikely as it would seem. Right, medic man, get in there and save those 3 men whose lives I foolishly wasted. One of them has died. I think I have lost one already who's bled out. So we get some flanking action going. This is the second squad I brought up. Look at these 2 guys looking close. They're sailors. They're Soviet Marines. The sea is to our left. And right on the coast. Howitzer, might be tempted to man that. I want to let him do with it. So I didn't actually save all of them. The medic got there in time to save 2 out of 4. Oh, yeah. Sneaky foxhole guy. Some kind of... What's that? That again, look at these circles emanating from that gun emplacement further down the line. That's a mortar. We're getting mortared. I'm going to pull out again. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get some counter artillery going. Hopefully, I might have to move. Look at these guys, blue uniform. They're sailors. Definitely a seaman. I'm going to start moving. I'm not going to move it up there. Remember the trench line that appeared right next to the road? I'm not moving that right next to that trench line. Go stay behind the berm. Some ammunition trucks with it. But I will send some infantry up there and see if, yeah, look, there's a hole. active trench right on the other side of that road. So I thought these guys slug it out with that trench. No, they're just going to die. So what I'm going to do is lie them down for a bit where they're not getting shot. And we'll bring up these ACAC guns, the anti-aircraft guns. We saw how effective the last one was in the top left trench. And I'll deploy one of them while they heal. And hopefully, although it's danger close to that trench, hopefully you can do what needs to be done. There it is. Up it comes there, slap it up there. Plenty of ammo. Yeah, okay, we're in business. So there's rather a lot of it to shoot. It seems to be up to the job. Again, I'm going to sort of teleport through the kills here. We won't watch every single death. You've got the idea. He just sits there and zaps them all. And once he's got nothing left to kill, I'll move the troops down to the next spot on the road, the next, wall, and get them to open up line of sight, find them some more targets. So I'll move them down to here. Hopefully they'll reveal some more cannon fodder for our cannon. Yep, here they are. This is quite a long trench line to work down. If we're going to go all the way along the first trench doing this, repeating this tactic all the way down the line, getting that machine gun nest. It's going to be a little bit slow process, but it's very effective, and that's good enough for me. We're teleporting a bit. We're going to need to watch every second of these guys crawling along. If I can just teleport them for you. So halfway down this first trench line, there's something of a fort. Yeah, so I move up some more and so on. Go and do some spotting. Alright, very nice. The aircraft gun's not firing. What's going on? Is he not got angle? Ah, he's got no ammo. So we're going to get him one of these, which is 2 men and an ammo crate. So jog on up there. Hopefully the other 4 will keep everybody busy. Oh, they're out of ammo too, look. Look at that. Hopefully they'll... See if they take off guns. Yes, now it's back online. Back in business. So I degraded that bit of trench. Let's go capture it. Let's get in there. I don't really like being that close to them in the trenches. They do throw hand grenades, which are a bit deadly. Never. Never. Hand grenade? Deadly? Oh no. Unthinkable! So that part of the trench line, that first expanse of this trench line looks pretty open. As we get closer to the centre, you can see the fort I'm talking about. You guys get in there and kill that machine gunner. Meanwhile, we'll pull forward.
Achtung! Feindliches Geschütz! Jawohl!
Again, circles emanating. Telltale sounds for mortar. We're in mortar range and backing off. I was stuck around for a few seconds longer just to get that final man. Yeah, so I think that mortar's inside the fort. I'll show you the fort when I get a chance. And what we're going to do is pull some artillery up here to sort it out. Artillery's up on the far left, I think. Yes, there's the fort, look. I think mortar's smack in the centre of that. And over here on the left, this is the artillery that supported our first trench assault. Let's get it to support our base assault. It's a Stug, that's got a gun on it. It's Jimmy no bullets or no health, whatever he's complaining about. Little red icon above his head saying either he needs to heal or he needs bullets. I have to zoom in to find out which. Not going to happen. With the trench line exposed, there's a lot of them out there. I wasn't expecting that many. And they really are absolutely ripping into. Well, I've got one along that road. Oh, run, Forrest! Run! That's got a cannon. That fort, the left-hand part. The left-hand bunker's got a cannon in it. The little bunker's got a machine gun in it. And it's got a mortar in it as well. Cannon's down. The artillery's here. Good. I've got that kind of tracked mobile artillery, and I've also got that little wheeled sort of mortar thing. It's like a cannon, but actually it's a mortar. The Stug, he's found his way through the tank traps. Right into the... I don't like that Stug there, like in front of that trench where they've got anti-tank grenades and anti-tank rifles. It's way too optimistic of you, Mr. Stug. See if we can get out of there alive. Epic mistake. I think he's still got mortar firing. Don't think we've pacified. Yeah, no, it's definitely a mortar coming out of there. We can get the artillery and sort of maybe manually aim it or something. Drop a bomb right in the centre of that base. See if that sorts it out. Go. Not the best shot. I really wanted to get that smack in the middle. Is the mortar gone, or is he going to start firing at them? Not getting mortared, are they? So maybe he got it. There's the Char B, that old French warhorse. Look Other dead bodies in need of a medic. Bring the medic. Not the medic that's all the way up the top of the mountain over. That would be a mistake for him. So let the tank sorted out, look. Seem to be quite keen to do that job. Capable. There's medic coming into here to do some healing. Bless him. And we've moved the Thor up to the road bravely. Thor doesn't. The range on the Thor is disappointing. It doesn't really command as much as I'd like it to. You know, I'm still having to reposition it as opposed to just being able to hit any old thing, which would be, in terms of gameplay, would be much more enjoyable. Now that's a mortar in there. That's a mortar point. So I'm going to try. It's in range of the Thor. It's up on that mountain. It is stopping my advance. I'm pretty sure that shut it up. What do you think? You think he's still alive under there? So I'm fairly confident that that mortar is now destroyed. We ought to bring some ammunition up for the Thor, because he obviously chews through it. Have a look at the ammunition he's carrying. Look at that big one. So we just fired the little one, but there's a big one. 3,000 for. You know, what is that to? That we've just been using the little stuff. So this guy's going to continue his advance now that mortar's been taken down. I know there's still another mortar firing on him. There's another mortar to be taken down. This chap, see on the mini-map where he's emanating from. He's not in range of the big Bertha of Thor. So I brought little Bertha. I'm going to shoot at him, but little Bertha's missed. So we'll just fast forward in time until he's reloaded, and we'll try again. That's another mortar position done, and we'll advance again. So our trench line advance along the top of the map, along the coastline, is back on. The mortar that was stopping us has been eradicated. Still plenty of troops here. Still going to be a gunfight. Again, don't like getting close because of the hand grenades. I think there's somebody in that bunker behind us. It should be an easy backstab. They're not really, their guns can't face us anyway, so no rush to kill them. I'd probably leave them there till the end of the game, they wouldn't really bother me. At the same time. Another sneaky foxholer. Maybe that was our artillery running up his trench. No. That's slowly but surely. They're chewing their way through those. I don't know how their ammunition's going to last. Might run out, I suppose. There's no way of resupplying them up here other than to steal Russian guns. There's a endless supply of Russian guns. Like all that micromanagement, if I can be bothered. Obviously, running them into the radius of an ammo truck is actually my preferred way of rearming them. I know it's kind of fun to look in their bags and see what they've got, and very realism to loot the bodies of the dead, but it's also a lot of micromanagement. But a concession to gameplay of running into an auto-reloading ammunition zone, I'm up for it. There was a time when I'd have scorned that. I'd gone, no, that's not realism. You know, you've got to loot them. Do it each one. But no, I've now played this game so much. I don't want to waste the hours digging around, looting. Well, it's nice to be under the cover of our own artillery and not vice versa. So this is essentially, this mission is all artillery duels. My guys walk in, get line of sight, and then hopefully he artilleries them until he artilleries them. And we artillery back. Look at that one, got him. I don't know if you saw that on the mini-map, but that went straight in there and whacked him back. So yeah, artillery duels. That's the nature of the fight. Spot the enemy, your artillery kills him. His artillery spots you, he shoots at you, you run off, and your artillery kills his artillery. And we do, obviously, with that Thor, we have artillery domination. All of our artillery pieces are bigger than his. You absolutely do have artillery superiority. Oh, that's it. We've done the left-hand side of the top trench, the coastline trenches. Now, so what's left is, mission-wise, I think, is maybe the centre and definitely the top right corner, the southwest corner, which is top right as we're looking at it now. Top right. So what I'm going to start doing is moving all of our equipment over to the right, the centre right, up to the first line of trenches, and that way as we advance, you know, they'll be under the cover of artillery. We're getting all in range. And get that big boy as far up as he'll go without getting shot, and then he can shoot at stuff here. So this is some crazy naval complex, naval defence. Got ship turrets on the roof.
Wo bleibt die verdammte Verstärkung? Sie brauchen einen Offizier?
Just have a wander down here in a teleporty way. Ding, teleported. Ding. Ding. Teleported. Go on, one more teleport. Ding. So there you go. Yeah, so I speed walked us down there. Seems pretty safe, so if they can win that fight, should be able to. Hand grenade in there, be nice. I think we're in mortar range. I think something's mortaring us. Yeah. I'm sure it's close to it. That's the hand grenade. Now let's get out of there. There's a mortar very close to us there, just down on the right, pretty much right behind where those guys we killed were. Judging by the mini-map, just going by the, you know, by the emanations of the mini-map. And then there's something quite a lot bigger than a mortar in the far corner of the map. So there's one close. You see it. That's the one that just fired that. It's really close. I mean, they could almost, if they could find it, they could machine gun it from where they are. There might even be two. There might be two mortars and a big cannon. That's what I'm thinking. I'm guessing. Let's have a look. See if we can see a mortar pit type constant. Don't know. I can't see anything obviously mortar pit. Can you? Little circles usually could get little circular pit. It's usually a good sign. What's that? Don't know what it is, but the cannon's found it. Thor! Drop the hammer on that fella. So I didn't see what that was, but look at this gun turret. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it's not anything anymore. It's atomised. So these guys might have a nice angle to attack the trenches from above. Not much cover from like that against the, but they're in massive amounts of mortar range, and that's a problem. So again, we're going to kind of, when you're not looking, I'll be gradually teleporting all the troops over to this side of the map, where their artillery will be a bit closer to the action, a bit more effective. But in gameplay terms, that takes a long time to micromanage, to bring, to move your army all the way over, resupplying it on the way, etc., etc., etc. I've cut 3 hours of that, almost 3 hours, 2.5 hours plus of that kind of action I've cut out of this video for you. You could probably play these maps faster than I do. And I'm very conscientious on not getting anyone killed. Not that well, sometimes I'm very conscientious. But there would be speedier ways to play this, like running up and throwing hand grenades or more. And, if you were to multiplay, go for speed runs, you'd be playing with some different tactics. Okay. There's quite a big concentration of troops up there, right there. So, speeding things up, let's take the world's slowest tank up the mountainside. It's obviously the Ferrari Peugeot. I don't know who makes Char B. The one behind the Char B is a captured Czech tank, right from the invasion of Czechoslovakia. This captured French tank, invasion of France. The spoils of war, looted, pillaged. So I sent this one up there because he's a pretty heavy duty tank and I don't think mortars are really going to upset him at all. He can kind of spot for my artillery without really worrying about the counter-attack, about being counter-artillery. I don't think the mortar upsets him much, so he can sit there. That's the mortar pit, look, that circle right at the edge of the mini-map. Just direct fire. I think that was the Stug. Blaming the Stug. I don't know who shot it. Blame the Stug for those shots. Whoever it is, they're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. The mortar pit is like just off the top of the map. Don't know if we'll be able to get to him. I don't want to get tracked while I'm up here. I don't want to be in front of that trench line. Lose a track to an anti-tank rifle, and there is one shooting at it. I want to get detracked by a mortar or the artillery piece. I want to get stuck there. Go in, get a load of kills, spot stuff, not die. That's the plan. Something hit him. Something hit him. I heard it ping. So there's definitely a mortar and an artillery. There's definitely two artillery pieces left. That's the that I think is the artillery under there. But it's out of range of the Thor, so I've still got to shove the Thor forwards. And that's some kind of cannon. But if I shove the Thor, it's shooting at the Char B now. So maybe you can deal with that. There we go. What's this on? This is on a mortar pit. Can you do anything? Haven't got time to check where that lands, unfortunately, because he is in trouble. There's an anti-tank rifle gun massacring him. That's really taking. Well, I say massacring him. He's shrugging it all off, but it only takes one to get through. he is taking damage. The machine gun's been taken out. The tracks are damaged but functional. The main gun's damaged but functional. The turret's broken. Crew have got headache. Don't want to play. Go on, lads. Get out of there. You've done well. You've done well. Live to fight another day. Oh, he's only got one guy left in the tank as well. So he's done well. I don't know how many people that tank takes, but it's only got one in there now. Right, let's have the big boy artillery. What are we going to shoot? I think the last. I think we're aiming at that mortar. Missed. There it is. Let the second. Get the camera right. There. That's the next bit. That's still to be degraded. I've asked him just to fire at will there. Just to fire at the ground. They don't always do it, told him. I think it just did. Something did. I think first things first, let's rescue the tank. Once he's somewhere safe, we'll get him to repair himself. There you go. Fix it up, son. So, mortar pit. Targeted. Thor. Small Thor bomb. Oh, I think it survived, you know, I think. I don't see any bits of metal flying off, but I think that's still alive. Okay, nice one. Our little artillery took out the anti-tank gun. That's good news. That was beginning to worry me. By the looks of it, the mortar pit's done, but the artillery piece in the corner is still blasting, and I think that's more dangerous than the mortar. Like them, yeah. So we'll retreat them again and find a way, come up with another way of getting rid of the artillery piece before we sacrifice any more men. So I'm thinking how to get rid of the artillery piece in the corner. Get the Thor in closer somehow. It wasn't very far away. It's pretty damn close to being in range of that. He needs to move forward like 20 yards or 30 yards. Or a tank rush. I don't think there's much to stop a tank up there. Get that Char B fixed. Maybe give that another go. We'll use some of those smaller tanks. Still provoking. I'm still spotting infantry. I'm still like running forwards, getting artillery to kill something, and then running out. But it is playing with fire with that whatever artillery piece it is. Presumably another one of those field guns. It's totally playing with fire, breaking that. Pretty sure I can hear a mortar still, can't you? Boom, boom. This is one of our captured ones. Right, so up goes the Stug. He'd be pretty good against that field gun or something, no, wouldn't he? He's got a cannon. Hasn't got all his crew left, I notice. One down. Big boy, get yourself up there. Now, he's not very keen to cross trenches. If it didn't drive so slowly, I'd manually control him over it. It's quite tedious to do that. Send the mortar, all of our artillery in closer. Just get that final inch of smidge of range for the final artillery piece. These trenches look pretty dominated, they're not. completely empty, are they? Don't seem to be getting artillery here, so whatever's shooting us, I think it's over by that big building on the skyline. Must be blocked by the walls of that building from this angle. So that was a Czech tank, don't know its name, and the Charby. Now, have a look at this. He can drive through those tank traps. The Thor just crushes them. You don't care. So that looks like... I want that to now be in range. I think it is. Yes, it is. So somewhere in there, I'm not exactly sure where, there's a artillery piece, a howitzer. Don't think it's going to matter too much. I think Thor's going to kill it. Got it. What do you think? Hear some screaming. It's a good sign. But it's in range now, so its days are numbered. Even if it's still alive, it won't be for long. And no, that's gone. See bits of broken cannon maybe. So it's a tank mop up. Tanks are going to zoom around the trenches, mop everything up. There's nothing really to stop. Just that little tank there, finishing the map all on his own. It's been quite a fun mission. As I said, it took a lot longer to play. Oh my god, and to edit. When I was expecting, I started it. I was like, I'm pretty tired. It's almost bedtime. Been playing some Mech Warrior. Let's have a quick go at one of these. And then it took 4 hours. And then I was just going to have a little look at it for sort of 5 or 10 minutes, and 4 hours later. Yeah. Another I don't know how. And I've been taking breaks over the editing. It's taken me so long. I'll have a lunch break and a dinner break and a sleep break. It's taken me hours and hours. Anyway, thanks for sharing it with me, folks. Very much enjoy having company. I think we're now mopping up. I predict victory at this point now. I don't even think we're going to lose another man. We might do. But yeah, after this mop up. Next to come is next episode in the German campaign. So 3 more of those to go. Then I fancy having a look at old matey's mod map. And after that, I want to... Just because he asked and he said, oh, I quite see someone play that. And I'm like, I'm right up for mods. I'm right up for mod maps. That's totally my thing. Totally my style, and something I was very interested in. So yeah, so definitely I'm going to show keen on that one because I am keen, and then I'll try the Finland campaign as well. I've been playing Company of Heroes. It came out yesterday. I had a couple of goes at that. I played the first sort of campaign missions. It's there. I don't like it as much as this, but I do like it. It's the same theme, but it's not the same game. You know, it's a real-time strategy, the tanks and infantry in World War II, but it's not the same game at all. It's its own thing, and I like it. And I've got it, and I've got a mate that plays it. Hopefully, when he finally upgrades his computer, he'll be ready to play a few games of that with me. If anybody else is, let me know, because I definitely want to multiplayer these games. I like co-op stuff. Right, that's a bit of victory. Thanks for joining me, folks, and I hope you'll consider. I hope you'll consider liking my video so that other people get the chance to see it. And I also hope we'll do it again sometime. Please come back again. It's been a pleasure. See what's left on the map. Almost nothing. A couple of guys in a bunker or something. Right, jobs are good. I declare Sevastopol conquered.